Hello everybody. uh my name is Bantu Queen. I decided to do this video again. I recorded the video last week, 2 weeks ago, about breastfeeding while pregnant, and I have few people who came on inbox and requested I didn't give enough details about what I was talking about. It's true that the video, I decided to do it early in the morning, out of bed. I was still in bed, and I just wanted to talk about it. It's very difficult for me to make videos, so whenever I found the opportunity, I would just make a video. So it's not always like, I don't always plan, and I don't always like think ahead about what I will talk about, exactly how far I will go. I just talk about it. So I will try to give more details and go more into it as much as I can. Yes, so I found out I was pregnant when my baby was 12 months. Obviously, it was not planned, and it was a bit of a shock. I will make, in the future, I will talk about everything that comes before I have my second daughter and before this pregnancy, or everything that I struggle with. That's the reason I say that I was shocked. The same way I was shocked with my second baby pregnancy, but that one I waited for it. I waited for it like almost 6 years. But this time around, the third pregnancy, I was not expecting it. I didn't actually expect that it can happen that fast. Although I was like careful and all that, but still, it happened. So yes, I found out I was pregnant. She was just 12 months. And obviously before I got pregnant, I planned to breastfeed her until she was like 2 years old. My sister always joke about her, saying that a nurse baby is like her great-grandparents used to do. Personally, I know how good it is for a child. Obviously, everybody do what they can do. And some people can't breastfeed for different reasons. Some people can't cope with it. Personally, for me, it works. So I try to make it work. It's not always easy, but I try to make it work. So yes, I was saying I would breastfeed until she's 2 years old. And when I found out I was pregnant, I felt guilty, because I was like, what should I do? I was confused because, I was confused. Obviously, I've done many research. I've seen a lot of video or information about breastfeeding while pregnant. So I know it's possible. But like in my background, like growing up back home, I know that it was completely forbidden to breastfeed while pregnant. And obviously, by researching and all those things, I found out why. What was the reason? But the situation, the way it is now, we know. Now, obviously, we can't know everything 100%, but what is known is that it's not harmful to a baby. Like breastfeeding while pregnant, it doesn't harm the nursing baby. So I decided I was going to continue anyway. And like I said in the video, it's not easy. It was not easy, because I really, really, really felt this pregnancy, like the symptom, the sickness. Although I was not systematically throwing up, it was very, very difficult, in the sense that I was feeling weak, I was feeling tired, I was feeling out of my body, I was feeling like I have to drag myself. And bear in mind, I got a lot of things to do. I'm very, very busy. Like, it's non-stop all day. When I finished my maternity leave, I decided to work part-time. So, okay, I'm working part-time on the side, and I'm doing all the things, and then I'm looking after my baby full-time, because that's another thing that I did for my first daughter, who is not 10. And I will also do that with this one. It comes back to, another video that I really want to make, to talk about the struggle to be a woman who is mindful about being in being with the babies when they're very young, like being with them, like really being with them, and also at the same time you have a career that you want to pursue that it's very very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very daunting. It's all those things. But at the end of the day, is worth it. You know, I'm not gonna will not exchange it for nothing in the world. My babies, they're the most precious things. And I know that although it delay the time that I should be like building my career and all those things, by the end of the day, you know, career come and goes, job come and goes. My kids, you know, are there to stay, and yeah, it's my job to give them the very best. So yes, it was not easy. It was not easy at all, especially because back then when she was 12, nights were still very rough. Daytime, she's very independent. I mean, she will live her life. She will do her thing. She's been eating very well since she was like 6 months old. So she eats. She loves her food. So daytime is like even when I go to work, there's no issue. She will be, you know, she'll stay with her dad and her sister. She's like bigger. But nighttime were rough. Where no matter how much she ate, she will still like request to nurse at least 6 times, like it was madness. So all those things with the pregnancy and everything is, I was like, no, I'm not gonna give up, you know, because giving up, I felt like it was punishing her, and like it was not her fault if I was pregnant again. So I really needed to find a way to deal with it, but I was not going to stop unless she decided to stop herself, because maybe the milk will not taste as as good I used to taste, or all those things. Maybe she might decide to stop. But for me, I was not going to stop. So yes, it was difficult, like daytime, looking after her. You know, 12 months old, you know, like a lot of tantrum. She got a very strong mind. She's very stubborn. So it was like it was very, very, very difficult. And I was like, I cannot wait like to reach the 3 months mark, like the 12 weeks marks of my pregnancy, thinking that, okay, I will feel better and all those things. And I mean, manage it. I feel like, you know, sometimes when you're into something, when you're in the moment, when you're living something that is quite rough, you feel like it will never end. And then when it start like to get better, you can't believe it. You're like, I didn't know I would be here today, because obviously now I'm like 16 weeks, going to 17. I still feel some symptom, but I'm a bit less tired. Don't really feel like sick that much. It comes, it goes, but it's not as bad as it was before. I'm feeling my body back. You know, I'm doing. I still do a lot daytime, and although like around 8 o'clock I'm like naked, but you know, it's getting better. The she too, she's really really like better. Like nighttime is like she will nurse maybe two times, and that's it. And she sleeps well and everything. So everything is getting better. Like they said, anyway, even when you're like deep into something that you think you will never get out of, the only way to go is up. So yes, we are getting there. Things are getting better, and I'm feeling better. Everything looks okay. Yes, and that's it. So the main thing, like breastfeeding while pregnant, like I said, I feel like different people have different experience for many reasons. First of all babies are different, and also they also depend of the age of the baby. Obviously, I feel like if you get pregnant, so when the baby is like 3 months, it must really be rough, especially if you're not feeling well. It must be rough, because at 3 months old, the baby depend on you 100%. You know, there's no at 12 months, like my daughter, she will go and play on her own, but now she's not 12 months anymore. Now She's 15 months. She play on her own. When you fed her, she bathed, everything. Obviously she's very, very close to me, but still, she will go to her room, she will go to the lounge, she will live her life, living with that space where you can. But at 3 months old, you don't get that. The baby can't even move on their own. So I feel like the experience must be different. Obviously, I don't have that experience, but I feel it must be different. So obviously, everybody got a different experience because, like I said, all babies are different. Also, it depends on the age of the baby. It depends how the modern generally experience breastfeeding. Me personally, has been very easy for me breastfeeding. My first daughter, who is not 10, I breastfed her like a pro. Like I didn't struggle with anything. I had milk. She lashes on the nipple very easily, and it was like there was never from that day on, there was never an issue. It was very easy. And my second one, the same thing. So I was lucky with that. So that's why I'm saying that everybody will experience it differently. Personally, that's why it's. And the main thing that I almost forgot is feeling the way I was feeling. I was eating very little. Like I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. And I was very worried about that. Like, how am I going to be able to provide nutrient for the developing baby who is in my womb? And this one that I had, obviously this one I had, she can still eat. She eats well. But still, how am I going to do? So I lost a lot of weight because of that. But but it's funny because it's like my body was making it happen. But then again, I was not skinny. That's another thing. So I feel like I had reserves. I had some good fat reserve that they were digging into it for the baby in the belly, for the baby that I was breastfeeding. So it worked out well, and yes, it worked out well, and so far so good. I don't know how long I will breastfeed. Again, I don't know. I was told that at 20 weeks, like the pregnancy at 20 weeks, the milk, the taste of the milk change. And that sometimes babies will reject the breastfeeding. So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I want to continue as far as I can continue. So until the second baby, the old baby is born, I will try to continue to see how it goes. And anyway, I will keep you posted and tell you my experiences. Share with you how everything is going. So yes, so that's the situation. That's just what I wanted to clarify a bit and give a little bit more details. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. If there's anything that you want to say, no problem. I open my comment section, so I think that you guys can post comments. Before it was not possible. And thank you for all my subscribers. I don't have many, but I'm very happy for what I have. So I know that I'm not very consistent with videos. I'm not. So excuse me, and I will really try at least once a week to post a video. So thank you very much for subscribing, and I hope there will be more subscribers. And like I said, please share and comment. Thank you. Bye.